ladies and gentlemen, gamers all around, welcome back to episode 100 of the download queue and the other names it used to be at one point in time. We're here. We don't talk about it. We're here to celebrate the show itself, celebrate us. We're friends now. Look at us and look ahead at 2026. We've had our first normal show in a while. Kyle, how are you doing?
Yeah, doing good. I know we've been doing this show. We only missed 2 weeks. We talked during it, but it feels like we haven't talked in forever about games, about what we've played. I think you've beat a game, a couple. I beat 2.
I'm up to 3.
You've at the 3. Yeah, I'm almost at 3 too. Like, it just feels like we haven't talked, but we've had some great episodes, game of the year, fantasy draft stuff. So good stuff for sure. But yeah, it's been a while, it feels like.
And with our new schedule thingy we're doing, next week will be the week we catch up on what we've been playing. Gonna try and have that as its own special episode once a month to have things more contained and focused. But for now, this is the Download Queue live each and every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twitch.tv/downloadqueue now. Again, all the socials have changed at the beginning of the year. Join us live. Let us know what you're excited for in 2026. Let us know what you're waiting to play the most as we look ahead and get excited. Hopefully get excited. Because I have to admit, looking ahead now, Kyle, there's some big stuff coming out this year, but I'm not super jazzed about a lot of it. Like, there's a lot of, that's cool, but am I actually going to put money down on it or jump into some of these things? Probably not. It makes me sad.
Yeah, we don't know a lot. I think the GTA is looming in companies. It's the early in the year. Xbox is next week, a couple days from now, that they'll announce some stuff. So we just haven't had stuff announced, it feels like. And even looking, we'll go deeper into it later, but I'm pulling up Game Informer. They have a great breakdown on their website of releases in 2026, and there's a drop off once you get to I think June or May, June, and then there's like nothing. September they had 2 games, and then GTA November. There's not a lot of announcements yet, which is exciting. We're gonna start getting some soon, hopefully, as the year really gets going, mid-January. But there's just, outside of a couple of the Xbox games that I know about and everything, there's just something slacking,
It's an off year, and it sucks because I feel like last year we had the same thought of the GTA looming overhead. Stuff's gonna get delayed, stuff's not gonna come out. Last year ended up being killer. And now that we're back at it again in the same spot, but with the same amount of unsureness of GTA actually coming out, I'm like, why are we doing this again? I don't want to be doing this. Still enough to play. Game Pass, looking good. We both got multiple consoles to play.
Yeah, no, there's still a ton. But I do echo more of I'm more waiting. I feel like there's more to come.
Yeah.
Especially the last half.
We'll get to that. Officially, though, congrats on 100. Like, this is a big milestone. It's been a journey. It's been fun episodes. It's been a journey. I feel like this year more than ever, it's more focused on where we want to go and what we want to do. And it's been admittedly a slower growth than I think either one of us would like, but still doing something with it. Still making moves, still making connections, still shooting our shot in any way we can. But it's been a fun time. And even for me, like, obviously we skipped a couple weeks. We have holidays, we have families, we have stuff doing, going out of town. Like, doing this, I remember in the other room behind me now for episode like 1 through 3 with my shitty webcam mic and just like talking to myself. Like, man, what a change it's been.
Yeah. No, you've made a lot of strides. You're doing a lot on your end, man. And kudos to you. This doesn't happen without you doing it all, right? So thank you for that. And it's been awesome just to talk games, to get, selfishly to get some game codes through this, a few, not a lot, we're not crazy here, but to do it, not just to get stuff, but to be intentional and to like look at something we're enjoying games and be a little more critiquey about it. And at least in my mind, try to see if people try and be like, hey, is this something that you should give your time to? Is this something worth investing into? And I think that's just cool that we are 100 episodes in. We've been doing that. You know, we'll see where we go. But I feel good, man. 100 years, 100 episodes. Here we are. We're going. You know, and I feel like 101 is the one that matters. You know, because we're not done, right? It's anyone can get to 100 in my mind, but we're not done. We're not being satisfied either. I think we have a lot to do, a lot to grow in. But that's what's fun about it, right? This is a hobby and we're having fun. So happy you're doing it, my guy. Appreciate all you've done so far.
Definitely doubling down on the hobby. It's not like we're not sitting here, we're getting cashed out from Twitch or anything. Like, we're not even close. But as I said, a couple codes here and there, branching out further than what we're probably used to. I know you've done stuff before, but like, we did our little meeting for 2026, like planning what we want to do, what we want to try and shoot for. You going out to IGN Fest and doing actual in-person stuff, like, kind of fun addition, like a side of it that I never would have been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have someone there talking about. That's fun. Because I am in my little landlocked North Dakota where it's like, I don't get opportunities. It's not easy for me to just like go see and do stuff to like add in, really, so.
Yeah, but then the inverse is I could be doing more. I'm here.
You're a child.
Could have win, right? So, exactly. I know, right? But there's pros and cons. Everything's greener on other sides, but
yeah, not celebrating. Looking now at what's to come. Where did you have Game Informer up for your list of 2026 stuff? You said.
Yeah, so for games coming out, if we're going to talk about kind of what we're looking at coming up, I went through GameInformer.com, their 2026 gaming release calendar. They have it ordered in months, so January, February, blah, blah, blah. I took out games that I was interested across the board, and then I have a bunch of ones that are not dated, because if you get to the end of that list, there's a ton that just aren't dated.
Yeah.
So I feel like, maybe we go through the month stuff they have on there. Maybe stuff that isn't on the list. Maybe I don't know anything that's not. But maybe there's stuff on there that I didn't write out. And we can just go there, that makes sense.
Yeah, we can go with that. If we're doing that, I need to throw it out that just came out on Friday, actually.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, because I have one coming out next week.
Seen a couple people talk about, but I personally haven't jumped into. It's only on Steam, I believe. But it is called Cassette Boy. And Cassette Boy is a field of view puzzle game where it's like a top-down, you're in a little 16 by 16 box grid or whatever, houses, trees, you're walking around trying to solve puzzles. But in this world, whatever you physically can't see doesn't exist. So say you have to get through a gate, you can walk over and step on a button to open the gate. And then if you turn the camera then, so that button is hidden behind a tree or hidden behind a house so it's not there, you can walk off and the gate will still be open. So you're pretty much like cutting through and deleting things that you don't need or have a use for. And it's a really unique concept. Very minimalist art style, very minimalistic design that I honestly haven't seen. But yeah, something I want to check out. I want to check out more new weird indie things, new unknowns this year, and get off of the beaten path of AAAs.
100%. Yeah, I agree. There's so many good games. Yeah, I remember seeing this game. I'm looking it up right now. Cassette. I remember seeing it somewhere. I don't know if it was at a showcase or something like Kind of Funny popped it up or something. But very cool concept. Very MC Escher, right? That's the like
with the puzzles,
weird art. Yeah, something like that. Ish, right? It's a 2D meets 3D style stuff, and that's always fun. So keep it. It's only $11, so one of those cheaper indie games.
Yeah, it looks like I said, it's a couple videos this past week specifically. I think
this before.
Second Wind posted about it, a couple others, so right up my alley. It would be great. I say it a bunch this episode. Be a great Switch game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that would be. Well, cool. Good call out.
What do you got?
know.
What's next week? What am I missing out on?
Next week on the 22nd, my guy, the Xbox's showcase. There's going to be something shadow dropped. I don't know. That's not what I'm saying. Also, though, Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out to Xbox, and that's something I'm going to hop into. I fell in love with Final Fantasy 16 for what it is. The bloat is like rough for me, but I'm going to just go into this. Hopefully it's not going to be too much, but I'm excited. I'm excited to get this story and to play it. I've watched streams. I know there's like stuff going on with they're changing the story a little bit, and they're, it's like there's a lot. I know some story beats, but I'm down to just sit down, be in the world, and have some fun with it. So that's next week. So I'm looking forward to that. Going through on Xbox.
You haven't touched the original, right? You're in the same boat I was.
No, I haven't touched it outside of this year, walking through the level like for an hour, like 20 minutes, being like, "Wow, this looks crazy! Can't wait to play the new one."
It
I
leaves
wanted
you
a little touchstone.
it leaves you in an interesting spot because, like, same. I didn't really touch original 7, but playing remake, like, I knew they switched some stuff, but going in completely blind like that, you can't really tell. There's a couple like standout scenes like, oh, that's not how it's supposed to go type, but it becomes its own standout journey that you don't need the pre-introduction to, you don't need to play the original games to go through, which I like, because I feel if it was 3 games across multiple years of waiting for point A, point B, point C to hit and waiting for those payouts, I wouldn't hit as much.
Yeah, I hear you. Each still has to be its own. Yeah, I'm excited. I hope, I mean, the next one's coming too. So maybe that's an announcement as well that day. What is it? Rebirth?
Yeah.
Maybe we get an announcement on Xbox. But then the third one, I expect the third game to be cross-platform everywhere. They lost money with Rebirth. They were very vocal about that. And that means they were very upset about that behind the scenes in my mind. I want to kind of catch up and just be part of the ending of a new Final Fantasy VII. That's kind of crazy, right? So all speculation, we'll see. But that's the first. That's like the only January release for me that I have that I'm looking out for.
You're not hopping into High Guard on the 26th?
Is that free?
It is free.
You have to pay? Okay, I'll hop in. Never mind. See, thank you. I don't know. Okay, come on. That's the problem, Jeff. You
told us anything,
the
to
game
be
at the
fair.
end of the show and no one knows. We don't know if it's free or not. That's crazy that they also, Highguard has had no marketing since the show. They're just gonna drop it and say play. Wild.
Worked before.
Crazy times.
Like, I honestly don't care if they're doing it because they've done it like to a very successful extent. It's keeping the legs going after the fact is their issue. Because Apex was huge.
Oh yeah, any game.
Apex carried, but then like, oh, here's Apex Mobile, and that died within like a year and a half. Now Apex proper is struggling. Like, that's the part.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to honestly just be willing to have a surge and then have a deep valley, and then hopefully you can get another surge again. And I don't think multiplayer games live servers are gonna steady with a slow drop off. I think it's a peak and a valley, peak valley, and each peak is slower and lower. It's just there's too many other things to play. So I will hop into it if it's free. We'll play it. I'm down to try it. We played Concord. We're gonna play every multiplayer game that maybe is doomed to fail.
There's not a price for there. According to Google AI, Highguard is free to play, or you can get Highguard waterproof flooring for around $289 per square foot. So take your poison.
That is so unhelpful. This world sucks. God damn.
Let's see. There is again, for me, not a lot of stuff I'd see myself jumping into, but stuff I'm curious in. 2XKO is also out next week. The Arcane League of Legends fighting game. been out on PC and beta, doing its official launch onto consoles. May check that out. Again, played the beta last year on PlayStation. Had a fun time. I'm hoping the tutorials and stuff are in depth enough to get me on board, because that's what I need for fighting games like that. Dispatch is also out on the 28th. Pick that up if you haven't already. We talked about it to death. It'll be out on Switch and Switch 2. Yeah. I want to shout out
And I missed
Romeo.
Dispatch.
Dispatch. I want to shout out Romeo as a dead man. Maybe unheard of for most people, but this is the next game from Suda51. Bunch of weird shit that they've done before. D4 on Xbox, for the Xbox fans, when Xbox One came out, was a super comic book shaded-esque adventure psychological thriller game that you use Kinect for. But their new game is coming out. It's been at a couple PlayStation showcases. That is a third-person, very gory, very graphic, not necessarily zombies, but I'll pop up some pictures here for you. But still keeps their art style that they're known for. Very bullet hell-y. It looks a lot to me like a violent version of Returnal at times. Like just bullet hell waves coming at you with a little Ninja Gaiden type flash to it. Maybe some check out. I believe that is out on Steam and Xbox Series X. I believe PlayStation 5 as well. February 11th. So again, maybe something. Do I jump into it day one? Is it something I get at all? If not for a sale, who knows? But something to keep my eye on. That art style grabs me every time he releases a new game.
Sorry. Yeah, one more in January, real quick, was Karin, the climbing game that
yeah.
one thing that I drafted as well. But there's something I think I played the demo of this one. I remember doing that. And you have to kind of plan. It's a little more your route. It's a little more meticulous than some of the other more recent one. Like Jusant felt pretty more just like climb, right? You had to manage, I think, your stamina, if I'm remembering correct. This one seems a little more intense, a little more, like I said, meticulous with that. And there's more of a story, more of like a narrative beat with a game like Jusant that was more reading stuff and having that kind of story come to you in that regard. This one seems a little more direct. So I'm kind of looking out for this one, hoping it reviews well for one thing. But I don't know, there's something about climbing games that are just kind of fun and meditative. So keeping that one out. That's January 29th, so closer than I thought.
Yeah, it looks some meticulous, like more simulator style almost, where it's more an in-depth gameplay mechanic, which I think that I don't want to call it a genre, but type of game needs, because there has been so many of them recently. Between Jusant, there was another like Quappy one. So differentiating those enough where they can get different eyes on them will probably be for the best. You only have so many climbing games.
They're good and fun. I only know 3, so, and the third one being Karin.
Quite a lot, though.
Surmount, Jusant.
Mount your friends.
Do what to your friends?
Mount your friends.
Peak, one of the biggest games this year.
Yeah.
I just didn't play it, so.
Disrespect. Yeah, look at February. There's more on the list. Neo 3. I'm not a Souls guy. I haven't jumped into them before.
Yeah, me either. Never touched Neo.
Ion Life 2 is out. First one was a very okay. First one came out the first time I got COVID, so my memories of playing the game are not very good.
Jesus,
that was a rough time.
That would be, yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't click with it. Never clicked with Rick and Morty. So like that humor and genre just, I love that they're doing a second one post all the Justin Roiland stuff, right? Like that could have been the end of a thing, end of that idea and just been done. But the fact that the studio is still able to keep going, like, cool. The team isn't out of luck because of someone's awful fucking choices. So
yeah.
I'm happy. They never would have thought we got a sequel, so that's cool. I'm hoping it clicks and maybe it's something where it's like, damn, we should hop in. But February, Mario Tennis. You're not ready to get on the court and whack some paddle?
Not for $70. I'm not.
Hey, come on! Don't bring prices up in this.
I'm
We're not
doing
talking
prices.
about prices.
Look, I haven't mentioned it. I'm going to be gone a week in April. I'm going to Florida in April. I don't have money for Mario Tennis right now.
Okay, so you're gonna go play real tennis in the Florida sun.
Yeah.
I see.
Which sucks is I would like to. Like, I play the shit out of tennis on N64. And now that I'm all about Nintendo, like, sounds great. It's just a lot of money for tennis game right now.
Yeah, no, it has to do some work to justify that. I think the idea of playing it with my wife and my daughter, like, that is like the plus of it. That's, as long as it's not bare bones and a piece of garbage, it should be good. It'll be fun. It'll be a great time playing in the room with other people. So that's kind of the idea. So I'm hoping it can achieve that.
I believe this has like a full single player campaign story mode, if I remember correctly. So maybe if that's like absolutely baller, we'll see. But even that,
yeah, I feel like if it's on par and it needs to be a little better than golf. But if it's on par with golf, that's kind of what should be expected. The most recent one.
I didn't get that one either. Was that good?
My wife played the shit out of it.
Oh, there you go.
We played a lot of it just casually and such. So I thought it was a great time. When I say it's a great game, I don't know. Not play it in that regard,
Yeah. Day after that, February 13th, same day High on Life 2, Reanimal is out. Does this do anything for you? This is the game from the original Little Nightmares team, I believe. Went off to do their own thing. A lot of people are on board with it. I haven't played any Little Nightmares, so this does absolutely nothing for me, which sucks.
Same for me. Yeah, I didn't play Little Nightmares. Doesn't do anything for me, unfortunately. Looks cool though, like atmospheric. We got Towerborn coming out February. Full release for it. We hopped in once. Had a fun time with it. So I wanted us to hop back in again, but now the full releases, we're gonna wait, right? Wait for full release and play through that. I'm intrigued because it was a live service game and now they're going single player offline mode, which is, I like that, but that tells me, they lost support. It's like, get it out and we're done. So hopefully it lands and at least is solid. I had a fun time with the gameplay. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was bad in any way. So we'll see, but that's something definitely in Game Pass. I'm going to hop onto that.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how they've transferred that game from the free-to-play model. Like, when that first session we did, immediately I saw this is where you're getting walled off. We've got to grind some missions to move on. And like, that is not something I want ever, if at all, right now. So hopefully the pacing and streamlined experience of that has been tidied up quite a bit. Because it's a solid brawler is what it is. It's not out here trying to be some revolutionary thing, but
yeah, I think the revolutionariness of it was the always online. You can squad up with people. You're all going to the tower, the belfry, and meeting up. So it's like, that's gone. It's like, all right, it is just another brawler. But hey, that music was really good. I threw it on you talked about it in one episode a couple of months ago. And I threw it on rotation. It's like, damn, this music is really solid.
It's good. It's like a modern nostalgia feeling is what it gives you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in rotation now for sure in the background music.
End of February. One that may do enough to sway me.
Oh, it's a big one.
Got it in Fantasy Critic, but Requiem Resident Evil comes out. I want to be a fan of these. The only Resident Evil game I have ever beaten is Code Veronica on PS2, and that is it. I picked up 4 remake on Black Friday. I have 7 for some reason. I have them. I just need to jump into them.
What's the difference between a Silent Hill and Resident Evil for you? Like, why? I know they're not the same. I know they're different, but they're like cousins.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know necessarily what the difference is. Like, again, Resident Evil's been everywhere. Like, my uncle played Resident Evil 4 a lot growing up, so I saw him play it non-stop. My resident at work who plays, I shit you not, Kyle, this man has 9 different PlayStation 5 accounts, each one with the Resident Evil 4 Remake Platinum. And every time I go check him out, he's playing that goddamn game. So it's like, it's almost like I've seen so much of it, I don't want to play it myself now. And it's affected the rest of the games in the series, which is a dumb thing, but I'm like, I've seen this before. I don't need to do it myself.
Yeah, it's just it missed you, and you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Been deterred. Yeah. I've been thinking, it's something that I've been thinking more when it's on sale, but I have been considering keeping an eye out and getting this game. Just a lot of what I'm hearing about it seems like it's going to be one of the better ones. So if it hits and it gets good reviews and it does turn out like all the marketing and people are talking about it, if it turns out that way, I don't know, I might be intrigued to get it and hop into it. It seems also like a good starting point potentially to get back into that. Me and my wife played a little bit of Village, but fell off once the big lady died. When you take out the big lady,
no reason to stick around,
we were like, oh, okay, but yeah, I don't play those games often and much. So
it feels like one of the bigger ones this year that I'm going to miss out on. And like to be a part of the conversation, to have that around at the end of the year, like that seems like one of the biggest kind of glaring issues for me.
Yeah, and that might be something towards the end of the year to pick up for me. Like it's on sale, like a Kingdom Come Deliverance, it was on sale and I was like, I'm doing it. Like I want to see if this is something for me. So Rec Room might be that for me. We'll see. Or it comes out and it's garbage. But that's the other one I had in February.
Yeah, that pretty much ties the month off really good. There's some other stuff in there. PS5, if you have
There's
not,
a ton of other games.
Avowed is out in February. Check that out. Game's good. Obsidian deserves your time. Yakuza continues its releases on Switch with Yakuza Kiwami 3. So there's enough. But I'll tell you how the month's gonna plan out. I'm gonna skip Resident Evil because like a week and a half later, my girlfriend's gonna be stealing my Switch 2 for Pokemon Pokopia. I'm not gonna see my Switch 2 for a couple months. And that's where my money's gonna go, and that's how it's gonna play out.
Yeah, what? Oh, Pokopia is the Animal Crossing Pokemon, right?
Yeah, where you turn into parts of the other ones to do your stuff. Which like sounds great. Animal Crossing is not going to be around for a while. You got the 3.0 update, but is that going to be enough for most people? Plus with Pokemon on there, you're getting the casuals.
Yeah, no, that's a good call out. Not for me. But yeah, you sounds like your Switch is gone, which is good because you have World of Warcraft Midnight coming out March. Do we know anything more about that? Have they yet to reveal anything?
They've done pretty much the full reveal for what it is, and I'm I think it's just burnout from it again from the series.
That makes sense.
Last expansion super high on again. I played through the first 2 of 3 big updates. Casually checked out the third one they did for it leading into the second expansion. The big one for this, which is going to be enough to bring me back to it. Midnight is finally launching with player housing.
Oh, you're playing that,
where you are instanced in with like 75 other plots of random people. You could have it be guild specific or with your friends. Build your plot, build your house. Very creative. I've seen people take a normal box-shaped house and make it like a Cthulhu-esque monster with legs or a flying house with glitches. And the team's pretty much said, have fun. We're not going to take that away. Like, this is your design. Let it be a design lab type situation. A lot of the decorations and stuff you get are going to be unlocked retroactively. They're tied to old achievements, tied to old progression. So coming back in after this long, like, hey, here's 20 years of shit you've retroactively unlocked for your house now. Have fun. So that'll be enough for me. other than that, it's just still continuing that story. There's not any major gameplay changes outside of a new race and class combination, which is to be expected anymore. But it feels like the less new feature complete one of the three so far, just based off of what's in it. Not a lot of new zones or regions. Half of the expansion is just revamping old zones. So bringing
Really
up the
about the
old
player
world,
housing.
yeah, bringing up
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's I'm like playing it. It's not intense and expansive. It looks that's
the
cool.
housing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like you need to get resources. It's just, oh, you bought this, place it around. Very 3D model view of where you can put stuff at your own will. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff. Which, yeah, I'll come back for that. I'm a sucker for that.
Yeah. That makes sense. Cool. Love that. Another one that I have my eyes on, which is why I also do not want to pick up Requiem, because there's another big game coming out shortly after. I guess shortly, loosely. But Crimson Desert. I'm intrigued by that game that is doing everything and anything. And I feel like by the time we get to that date, release date, I feel like everyone's going to be talking about it, or it's going to be like, yeah, it's nothing. So we'll see where it lands, but it's ambitious looking as all hell.
What can you
I'm very
elevator pitch
intrigued
me?
by it.
Because I've ignored it completely based off Black Desert, the first one, which may be an entirely different thing.
Totally different. So this is an open world action adventure game. The map size is bigger than Skyrim. I think they said double, and it's bigger than Red Dead. But they also said it's more like, and they wanted to make sure it's more living and whatnot. So those are the things they are echoing. That was a part of the new game plus showcase.
Yeah,
hard thing to say. Beyond that, though, it's just open world that it looks like they're letting you do so many different things. You have combat where you're locking in, dodging, so hacking, or using sword and shield. But then you also have magic and arrows. But then at the same time, you can then jump up and turn into like a flying thing and like fly to another part of the map. More like gliding. There's a lot to it, and then there's anytime they show a trailer, there's just so much dense things, as in it looks like there's just a lot to do, and the world looks very dense and very pretty, but it's like, wow, when you see it all running in these trailers, to me it's like, there's a lot going on in this, and is that going to be a lot of solid, a lot of great, or just a lot of okay, and it's cool because it's doing a lot okay and good, right? But I think, like, I don't know, you watch trailers and you see gameplay, you're like, okay, this is the game, and then you fast forward and it's like, what? That could be a different game at times.
Yeah, I remember Black Desert. I tried, and it wasn't not AI slop, but like it has that weird thing of like it felt like it was a weird rehashing of like a mobile game almost, and like again, that was an online game, different practices behind the scenes, but it's like the amount of microtransactions and cosmetic stores, and like it felt very off to me. So this one I've obviously kind of funny by talking about it, but like I have completely avoided contact with this so far.
Yeah, no, it's just something that every time, like the first trailer, I think it was Game Awards, they showed it, or it was Summer Showcase. It was just like, whoa, you're doing that now? It's like, whoa. It was just like, whoa, there's so much in this world. So if it lands, it lands. It'd be really cool. But yeah, I forget it's Black Desert. That's really like the multiplayer thing. Yeah, gonna keep an eye out because you get another Kingdom Come Deliverance. Not the same idea, but God damn, that game's great.
Yeah, interesting. Something to watch.
Yeah,
it was something to watch so far.
Yeah, I feel like by the time we get close to it, they're going to ramp up market. It's going to be something that really grabs everyone, and you're not going to avoid it, or it's just going to be ambitious.
I'm going to be avoiding it.
Oh, why?
Because that same day, Kyle, along with Mouse PI for Hire, which not what I'm talking about, but the release of Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered. Let's go, baby! Getting that nostalgia juice running from my old PS2 days. I love that game. I'm totally picking that up day one. I'm past Hyrule Warriors now with all the extra stuff they've added, which is fine. But just give me that old school, I'm going to sit here and hit the A button 10,000 times per level, mowing fools down. Oh, can't wait. New stories for new officers, bodyguard customization, new weapons, and 4 types of challenge modes added as well.
Good. Happy for you.
It's got co-op, Kyle. I'm just saying.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's a crazy day. March 19th. We got, Crimson Desert, huge game. Dynasty Warriors 3, huge in its own right. And then Mouse PI for Hire, which is more huge than we all thought it was going to be. That game just, blew up with size, it seemed.
Got that Troy Baker sauce.
Yeah, no, they showed it off and then really had investors call them and say, here, make it more. Do you have it still any interest in this? I have gone so cold on this where once it comes out, I'll be like, cool. But they've lost me on it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm still in on it. I mean, again, it's gonna be day one. Like, I see myself buying time for it. But maybe it's is it out? It's not on Switch, and that would have helped it. Because Dynasty Warriors is out on Switch, and that is.
It says it's out Switch too.
Is it? Okay, well, GameStop's or New Games Radar is lying to me.
Yeah.
Game
Informer says it's out Switch too.
2-3 weeks before I fly out. I'm like, that'd be a good playing game. So maybe if it's on Switch too, I'll consider it way more.
Official website says Switch too.
Yeah, we'll see then. I'll take some travel games.
Well, March. I bet March will have another big game in there, though.
Got a couple.
Oh, yeah, it's not as empty.
March.
Not as empty as the next coming months. After March.
Yeah, that's what
that's where
off.
things. Yeah. So we got. I honestly in April, Game Informer, their first game they have listed is I Am Jesus Christ. I'm so intrigued by this game. It's just, I worked in the church. Like I know all the stories. I did all that. So I'm just intrigued how you make that a game and how you ride the line of like not being offensive and not being like just silly and corny. So we'll see. It should be interesting. I just wanted to call that one out. But the other big one for me is Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred expansion. We're getting Mephisto. Me and my wife we hopped back in this week. And I'm like, damn, Diablo's good. So, we already pre-ordered that. So we'll be hopping into that, jumping in, having fun with that. That's Xbox. We haven't talked much Xbox because they haven't announced a lot of dates yet. But I expect that will be the one Xbox release that month. We have leaked that Forza Horizon is in May. That's wink, wink confirmed. So starting to get Xbox's calendar lined up there.
So I just went on a tangent reading about I Am Jesus Christ.
Oh, I love that. Don't worry. I was just talking about my time.
Yeah, no.
Tell me about Jesus Christ.
If Forza hits in May, I am God, dude. I fully predict if we are looking back at 2026 like favorite moments and stuff next year, that initial drive that they kick you off on with whatever banger ass EDM track they put behind it, showing the scenery and all the changes they made, is going to be my moment of the year in 2026 in gaming. Like I'll bet on that because that hits every single time. That initial drive in Forza Horizon 3 was the demo, and that got me to buy it immediately. My first Forza, and that was because of that one moment, and I've been on ever since.
Yeah, no, that is such a good thing to call out. Yeah, those are peak moments, such good moments. Yeah, I didn't even think about the music for those moments in a Tokyo setting, in a Japan setting. Yeah, Oh yeah, with the cherry blossoms,
into
cherry
nighttime city
blossoms, and then
streets.
that's what they like. It's cherry blossom, and then time fast forwards as you're still driving because that's what. Guess what? They can do quick time changes while you're still driving. You don't need to pause to have a time change. Ooh, look at me cook. It just transitions as you're driving, and it's straight into the neon streets. Ooh,
God, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I hope.
I love a May release date for that. That is the perfect game, but in that time like that time period, great. Good job, Forza. I'm hoping it is true and it slaps.
Back to April.
Saros, I don't have. Yeah, we should sort of talk about. Saros is the other big release they have written down in April. I don't have a PlayStation 5. I love Returnal. Didn't get deep into it, unfortunately, but just tell, you know.
Yeah, it's big.
Right, yeah. I think we talked last week. Oh yeah, when we did Fantasy Critic. I'm like, we talked about this. Them going full cinematic. They got Rahul Kohli in the lead. He's acting. He's not just mocapping, right? Like it's the full thing. They got a cast of characters. Like this is going to be a PlayStation exclusive story game, right? It's gonna. Hopefully, it can get up there with The Last of Us because, like, yeah, it just would be cool for a new thing to kind of plant itself down and make itself known and looks cool. It's a cool concept. The whole idea. A lot of sci-fi stories coming.
Yeah.
At least that's what I've been in a lot.
No, especially April, because even then, Pragmata's also out there. Yeah, Saros I want to be interested in. Returnal didn't hit for me. I tried it when I got my PS5, and just the difficulty curve on it and the way progression works didn't really hit for me.
Yeah.
So I think I got through first world. I dipped out after that.
Yeah, I feel if I did it now, I'd be a lot better. Like I went full in, like I'd learn it, I'd be better. You know, when I first did it, when I had one. Yeah.
Pragmata though, that is also out, the newest IP from Capcom in however many goddamn years. One of the longest waited games I feel people have been waiting on as far as reveals. But that is out. The weird sci-fi shooter where in between kills you have a hacking mini game you do. Very weird idea. I don't personally see it hitting that well. It reminds me of Vanquish on 360, if you remember that. Like a weird idea mixed in with a shooter that will make it very niche. I'm sure people that play it will love it, but I don't see it being like a breakout sales success.
That makes sense. Yeah, I have no interest in it.
Tiny Bookshop is out in April. I'll shout that one out. Pick that one up on the Switch. Girlfriend's been playing that. Very, if you want
the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, PlayStation 5 version is out April 2nd. Very fun, cozy management sim. You're running a mobile bookstore, planning out your marketing to bring certain people who like certain genres more often. Certain genres sell in certain places around town better. But it's all, every book in there is a real book. There's a new update they did, add like 1,014 or some crazy number of new books you can sell. And it's not like,
that's awesome.
You don't need to know what the book is. Like they're color coded. If it's purple, it's this. If it's a blue book, it's this theme. So you do it that way, but very fun, just chill out experience. Again, been playing on Switch 2 a bunch, so.
Yeah, the fact that I didn't know that they had were sourcing real books. That is such a simple idea, but it makes so much.
Yeah,
that goes a long way.
You could make a whole Lord of the Rings themed fantasy bookshop if you wanted, and just sell exclusively Lord of the Rings.
I love that, and it's cool because that's cool. Yeah, it's something I've been looking at on the Switch. It's should pick it up. But going to May.
One more April. I'm not gonna play.
Sorry.
But Invincible Versus comes out. I have not watched Invincible. I don't know source material, but
I'm not going to play the game. I don't know the source material.
It's a bunch of the 2013 Killer Instinct team, which one of my favorite fighting games. The only one I really got into competitively, put countless hours into. So this is their new journey with a new studio. So if it hits like Killer Instinct did, I think this legitimately could be a sleeper hit this year. Killer Instinct is severely underrated, overlooked, and with a more mainlined IP, if they do a lot of marketing leading up to launch, it'll be that special sauce.
Good. Yeah. I don't know fighting games, so it's just another one to the list. Really. It has a pedigree behind it with a team. It has a team with a pedigree behind it. So. May I talk about May?
No, you may. Apple May. It's gonna be May.
Thank you kindly. There's really nothing in May that I'm that interested in.
Like there's like 2.
But they did. No, well, there's 2, but I'm not interested in. Me personally. Not Final Fantasy. What? I thought 007. I saw the 7. That's why my brain said Final Fantasy. 007 First Light moved to where Grand Theft Auto was originally slated, and now we got that coming out. Do you have any interest in 007? I want us to talk later about little goals, resolutions for us, but
yeah.
I've been thinking about going back and playing Hitman. I've never truly tried playing it for realsies. I think I did one mission. I was like, that's weird. So I've been itching, but have you played those games? Does this do anything for you?
No, not really. The old Hitmans I played a lot of. Blood Money on PS2 played a ton of. But it's the thing again where the only James Bond movie I've seen is the most recent one that came out with Rami Malek. So I don't have the history with the IP. I don't have the fascination with it. It's another Indiana Jones situation. Like the source material is something I don't have relation to, and it's not doing enough now leading up to it to get me interested. Every time they've shown this game, I thought it looked super rough. And not lifeless, but just kind of like it gives off AA vibes in the worst way.
Yeah. It feels like the 007 team is trying to do a game, right? Where it's like, you guys, this isn't a movie. You have to do different beats for a video game. They haven't been bad. The game doesn't look bad, but when they've shown it off, there's something. I agree. I could spend, okay, like the Xbox, where we had 007 here,
yeah.
and it was just, it's like, all right, like, that was wrong how you did that. So
it feels like
we'll see.
Xbox One, PS4 marketing era type tactics. Like, hey, we're going to be at every showcase we can with the most minute details leading up. Like, okay, we get it.
Yeah, we've had enough, though.
Shout out to it, though. Yeah. It's coming out on Switch, too. So one of the first bigger third parties releasing on the console, which is what I like to see. So give it props for that.
Yeah, I think we'd say Resident Evil Requiem, that's coming to Switch 2 day and date as well. Am I wrong?
Borderlands 4 was supposed to, but got delayed.
Yeah, so yeah, we're starting to get games. We'll see if it actually happens, but that's cool. That's cool. The other one that I have somewhat of an interest in, but I can't because I'm not that interested in, that's Lego Batman. What is it? Legacy of the Dark Knight. Love what they're doing with it. Bigger game, all the movies. It's just Lego games have been hit or miss for me, and I hope this one hits well.
I could see it ending up at my house. Girlfriend's a big Batman fan, like comic Batman fan, so I could see it ending up at our house, but not personally excited. I picked up Skywalker Saga, whatever the last one was, like an hour into it and dipped out. Just too much of that in that game where I was like, this looks like a mountain to beat.
Seems that's what it looked like to me. Like I lost interest because it seemed like a lot. So I never even did it. It's on Game Pass. I just don't. We'll see. I wonder, is there an IP that can get you back to a Lego game where you'll be like, oh yes, hell yeah.
I mean, it would be the Harry Potter again, which was the rumor before Batman was they were doing the Skywalker Saga for Harry Potter on, but like that would do it.
I guess it would. I was thinking, would they double dip with Hogwarts Legacy and a Lego game? Totally different. Lego can redo the movies. That's not Hogwarts Legacy. So
100% they would.
They would. That
if
probably
they're
would make the most
back on
sense.
what they're putting out, they're going to double down on the big ones.
Yeah, honestly, you don't do Legacy 2. You do Lego HP first. But they have the show coming out. I wonder if now we're getting lost in that.
But that's another year. They got time. By that time, I see Legacy 2 being ready for the show. Because they canceled DLC for Legacy 1 to work on 2 and put it in the second game, so I think that game's farther along. people think.
Yeah, they're also gonna like do special, like characters from the games are gonna be in the show. Like specific, there's gonna anyways. I
Well,
hate
if it's
this.
time period right. If not, they really can't.
Well, they references. You just all you have to do is add the reference in the show that the game already had. So, anyways, this
Most of my great
now we're
grandfather who was
I guess it is really, really far away.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's May as per announcements release date per Game Informer. September has Halloween, which I didn't realize they're making a Halloween game. I was like, Halloween's not in September, Game Informer.
It's another survival thing.
Yeah.
Like Dead by Daylight. All the other ones they've done that die out in a year.
Exactly. Which, hey, that's fine. Hopefully, or as long as this team gets to be fed and work. Phantom Blade Zero is the other big September release that is dated so far. People talk about this. Do you know anything other than name about this game?
Just name in that last trailer we got at Game Awards. I know it's been like, I think like a pre-PS5 announced type thing, and that's why people are waiting on it so long. But like, even the Game Awards trailer where they did the thing, that was like a 5-6 minute long trailer there, and it was a lot of gameplay, but it looks very Soulsy and Neo-y and stuff that isn't going to grab me.
Yeah. Well, we'll see where that ends up. That's the other big September one. Then after that, it's Grand Theft Auto 6 in November 19th. We'll see if it keeps that date. I mean, it's so close. It could slip a month to get a little more polish. It could get a whole other year. It's Rockstar. It's a Hollow Knight Silk Song, right? They really could just sit on it. GTA Online still makes money, so this could be done this year. This could not be. But I expect it to be fucking good no matter what.
Yeah, and that's everyone's picking that up. If you're not lying to yourself, like that is the 2026.
It will be literally because we can't if we don't get it right. Like $100, that sucks. We're gonna have to figure that out, right? Like it doesn't matter. It's gonna be that game. Whether you get it day one, that first week is gonna be hard not to pick it up if you don't have it. Watching everything, seeing everything. Yeah, it's good. I can't wait. I can't wait to see more of it. When do they do it? We'll see. But just ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, that's it for dated games. After that, it's just the hodgepodge of what's actually going to land this year. Again,
yeah, and I have some stuff written down that I have to, but yeah. So unless there's probably other stuff dated, but not a lot. Control Resident is a one big one that doesn't have a date yet that I could see slipping, though there's socials and they seem really positive about 2026, but it also I can see it slipping. But I'm intrigued by that one. I'm hoping I feel like it's not a full sequel, but they keep talking like it is, and I feel like that's more marketing, and that's not a bad thing. I want a good tight experience coming off of Firebreak. People didn't like that.
Yeah.
I thought it's getting there and it's decent, but it didn't even, I liked it and it still doesn't, I'll admit it doesn't have that grabbing thing to keep you in. So hopefully these do, hopefully this one does. Yeah. I expect it to be good.
It's I talked about it last week when we did Fantasy Critic. Like, I'm more excited for this than going into Control, where Control was more of an unknown going in, so I didn't care about it till I think like a year and a half after it came out, coming late to the party again. But this one coming in with the knowledge, being on the hype train, will probably do a lot more for me. So
I'm expecting this later in the year. Directive 8020, the supermassive game, the spacey sci-fi one. It could be like February or March, or I guess October-ish. The spooky vibes. But I love supermassive games, and I'm hoping this is more than just another take at it with a different genre. I hope it's a little more. Unfortunately, they lost the curator, the actor. He passed away. I wonder if they're moving off of I forget what the collection was called, the Dark Pictures anthology, right?
Yeah.
Are they still going to be doing that? Like, I don't think this is a part of that. So we'll see. I expect this to be a little more of a reboot, retooling as well of this franchise. But I'm down for one of these story games. I think the last one was The Quarry, so it'll be over a year since playing one of those type of games. So I'm down.
Yeah, I forgot this was coming out. I thought this was out already for a little bit.
I think it was supposed to be. I think it was dated 2025, so that's why it could be early in the year. We'll see.
It's maybe. I feel us playing it now. After doing Dispatch with my girlfriend, I feel I could feel that same kind of vibe depending on when the release date falls.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, it's a good stream game. So, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition coming out to Switch. I just am intrigued on if it's gonna happen and if it's gonna run. All the reports have been weird. They've been like, oh, they haven't been good. They got better, though it hasn't. So we'll see on where that is, but that's like also tied to another release they have from Soft. The Dustbloods also is supposed to come out next year. Their PvPvE multiplayer game for Switch only. So I'm very intrigued on that one, on how that's going to go post Arc Raiders and a marathon and the casual player getting more ingrained into these extraction type games, these type of modes, right? What is this going to be on the Switch too? It's a Switch exclusive PvPvE game from Software. I mean, just what is that going to look like? So we'll see.
Yeah, I see it.
But I wonder if the Elden Ring issue maybe is also a Dustbloods issue, or Dustbloods is because of the Elden Ring issue. It's like, wow, we can't get Elden Ring. We can't get Night Rain on this thing. We have to make our own thing, a whole new game from the ground up. So, interesting spot.
Yeah, I see Duskbloods landing about as much well as Night Rain did, if not a little less. Like, even Night Ring, I thought Night Rain, when they announced it, I was like, oh shit, here we go again, Elden Ring sweeping everything, and it just didn't. Like, those names and FromSoft have a pull for casuals, but without it being the next actual mainline thing, I think a lot of people just kind of waited out. Or Dustbloods too. Oh, okay, well, this is a weird FromSoft game. It's not the next FromSoft game.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Night Rain I don't think is casual friendly. Elden Ring is. You can eventually figure it out. I think Night Rain, there's a lot it dumps on you, and I've watched a couple of videos, and I'm like, Jesus, I've missed a lot. I just didn't understand that's what's happening, right? So, yeah, I will see if Dustbloods can figure that out. But I mean, there's places for these type of games, but it's just fascinating that FromSoft has a Nintendo, or Nintendo has an exclusive From Software game. Is this going to be like Bloodborne? Is this set in the Bloodborne universe? Vampires.
Dude, people would be pissed. On the PlayStation, we got Bloodborne 2's done on PlayStation. What the fuck?
I really hope they do. And then, like, get surprised. There is a Bloodborne 2 coming out. But
nah.
The not dated stuff is in alphabetical order. I'm just like grabbing stuff. If you have something, please pull it out. I didn't list everything on the Game Informer list. Go there if you're watching and look at all the games. There's a ton of great stuff and unknown things. But get into the Xbox stuff. Fable, Forza Horizon, we talked about briefly. I'm so down for Forza Horizon. We don't need to talk much about that more. But Fable.
I need Fable to be good. I need Fable to be fighting for my game of the year. Like, 360 era. If you were asking me to name 360 games, like Fable 2 would be one of the first ones I say. Like, that is a pillar of that generation. That was such a huge part of. I remember my little high school group, junior high, maybe high school at that time, whatever it was. Like, we would have 5 people in our Xbox Live Party chat, all just playing Fable 2, comparing what we're doing and like talking about differences. Like, that's such a nostalgic grab for me. That if that isn't what I'm shooting myself in the neon and building it up in my head to be, is going to be such a hard thing to come back from for Xbox for me, which sucks. That's partially on me, but like, come on.
Yeah. I think this has to be 80 plus, no matter what. Not as a, for me, a threat. I just think it's like a guarantee, right? And it can't be an 80-ish where you can see more if you want to, right? It has to be like, no, it's a solid 80, and there's this thing that takes it down a notch, right? But other than that, it's like good. It has to be excellent in a lot of ways, and I think it will be. Playground has not released a bad game, and it's a totally different genre, but they made cars in an open world doing missions and collecting things really fun. And I think now, just instead of in a car, you're on a horse and you're walking around. Like, if they can just, it's different 100%, but they took Forza Motorsport tech and put it in open world and made it arcadey and fun and something to chase. Like, they just got to do that now with Fable. And being a studio from that region, you know, they get the humor, the British humor. That's so core to it, having that cheekiness. Like, I think it's in good hands. They've been sitting on it. I agree. It has to be. I need it to be. I want it to be. And I'm confident in it. I think it will be. There's other studios that we don't doubt, and I don't think we should doubt Playground. There are questions about it though, but I think that's something that a Fable 2 from them could fix. Right? It's their first knock at on a open world, not racing game. There's going to be some issues possibly, but hopefully not.
And you would hope.
What do you think it is? First, or I was going to ask date
for release, or what did
yeah, what when it releases? When do you think?
I don't think it's first. I hope there's a world that drops in like March, which sounds wild, but with the way Xbox has been avoiding marketing, I feel them being more than willing. Like, hey, we've kept you an extra year while we fix this up. Showcase next week. Come in March. Leaves Forza will be the next one. Halo in summer and Gears in fall, like we said. Like, that could still fully happen with one or two other special things there that we don't know about.
Yeah, looking at Dev Direct from last year, Doom the Dark Ages came out May, South of Midnight came out April, Expedition 33 came out in April, Ninja Gaiden came out in fall. Or what does that say? Right, was that fall? That's the one I have a question about.
Yeah, it was like October, November.
Okay, yeah. The image was all pixelated, so it's hard to read that specifically. But yeah, so Ninja Gaiden wasn't in the show, and that was the latest one out. These three games are all the last three games they announced in their Dev Direct last year all came out first half of the year. Are we about to get that again?
Well,
I hope so. That's my belief.
All been known quantities as well, where it's not, hey, here's a new thing. Like Fable, we've known about for years. Forza, we've known about, or in the back of our minds know about. That's the most recent one.
Yeah. And even going back to last year's, we know Doom, we knew South of Midnight, we knew Expedition from the summer showcase.
Yeah, so I'm hoping. Like, and
damn,
Matt Booty again,
great.
We have more to show than one showcase can allow. Is there a second developer direct this year? Like, the way they're building up the anniversary year, if they fail it is on them, or fumble it and mess up everything, like the way they've been hyping 100%. It up is way not out of line, setting expectations beyond reachable.
I think for people like us, and maybe we're just delusional, but I feel like people like us who are paying attention should be expecting a lot, and they are, right? Like, they haven't told you outright. They haven't put a release that says, this is what we're doing and we're going all out for this year. But they have said that between the lines. They have said, hey, we're going to celebrate next year and it's going to be a big thing, right? It's been said. So I do expect it. Yeah. And now looking at that Dev Direct thing, I think Fable, yeah. I joked February, Fable in February, FF. But I think of February, March slot, on April going into, yeah. This game was delayed. We'll see.
Well,
I'm excited for next week.
If it's not, to start off the 26th anniversary, that is the first 5 months of the year with nothing from Xbox but putting their games elsewhere. Because if Forza is the first one, then in May, There's nothing
Oh
for
shit, you're right.
there's nothing for Xbox gamers to start off besides South of Midnight elsewhere and
Yep.
Avowed elsewhere. Like that's again, not shitty, but like
Yeah.
it's a bad misstep.
And they haven't really released anything in a while.
Duty. If you're counting that in there, yeah.
And that is such a different type of game to me. Like, I get it, but it's not like Xbox. That's an Activision game. Diablo, that's a Blizzard game to me. And I know they're technically owned by Xbox. They're owned by Microsoft, right? I'm talking about Xbox Game Studios. I think that is a different conversation. But yeah, they haven't had anything in a while. Keeper was the last Xbox Game Studio game.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. No, I'm on the belief. I believe that L is
We can
is
will it
alive and
into
conformity gate
existence.
is real. No, I yeah. Ooh, we'll see. I'm excited for Fable though.
Going alphabetical. Gears is next.
Yeah, back to this now. Gears
Gears and Halo are next.
I could see Halo slipping into the first this year, but I think Halo is a classic September, October, November thing. I think it can sit right before a Grand Theft Auto and be fine. I think if they wanted Halo to come out the anniversary week, that's the same week as GTA. Who cares? It's a remake of the campaign. Put it the week before. Guess what? Finish this before GTA comes out. Like, Halo, GTA, like, I don't know. I don't think it matters for that. A Gears E-Day, it would. You can't put a Gears E-Day too close. That
I don't
would hurt
think
it.
Halo they care about.
Exactly.
Like a
I think it
remake,
could
single
sit
player only, no multiplayer. Like this is
for now, no multiplayer.
I don't see them doing it. It's like
I think it'll be its own multiplayer suite. I don't think
Hey.
it'll.
Here's your Xbox Sunday for 2026. Halo's the sprinkles on top. I'll give you a little addition that's not gonna add anything to it. Like it feels such an afterthought thing for me.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I don't think that'd be like the thing. I just think that could be one way to like commemorate, like on the 25th, game that started it all. Here we go, and that's just like the timing of it. But dude, we're
Yeah.
celebrating starting the January 22nd. Like that's what they've told us. We're celebrating all year. So I think by that point, it won't feel weird. And guess what? That's the off ramp of Xbox right into GTA, unless they have marketing with GTA. They totally could have marketing. They're going all out on this year. They did nothing huge last year. Now this is an Xbox segment.
I don't know. Gears I'm down for.
All right.
Halo I'll skip.
Odds Gears gets delayed. Do you feel that that is a possible, a likely type of thing, or do you
0.
think because my belief is these are 100% all coming out this year.
Yeah,
No
0.
doubt in my mind.
I mean, first of all, we don't even have a release date for Gears. Can't be delayed out of a release date. But yeah, I don't see them moving any of
Yeah, you're
these. It would
All
be
right, we're on the same
wild.
page.
It would be wild. And if there was, it has to be for a good reason of, hey, we have something else bigger that's ready before then that you don't know about, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But while we're here,
I like.
because this is pretty much showcase stuff talk right
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, this is a good time.
I wanted to ask you, Xbox. Someone posted about Forza Horizon 6 on Twitter. Xbox cheekily responded, "It's a big year for games ending in 6. That was it." If you look at their socials I'll see if I can find it here while I'm talking. They posted their like trailer, I guess, for the showcase next week. And the font they're using is very specific, with something talking about upcoming games, and games is dead center of the image, and the G's font looks like a 6. Do you think this is for something more, or them just playing along with GTA 6 and Forza Horizon 6? Because I don't know what else it could be, unless they're dropping a tease or the first legitimate trailer for the next Elder Scrolls. Because that would be 6.
They could be dropping hints for summer. There's no way they show a trailer at Dev Direct for this. That's just not what Dev Direct is. Unless it's like, hey, here's Elder Scrolls 6, and it's like 2 to 3 to 4 years away. We're going to talk to you and show you what we're doing and such. I could, like, other than that, no. And even that would not be great. I would love that. I would love to get that behind the scenes years in advance. That's so cool. The internet wouldn't be able to handle that type of shit. So
There. I got it pulled up.
I think. Yeah, I don't think.
It's
I
just a
don't. It looks
weird
like
thing
6
they
a.m.
maybe dipped into twice already in January. Oh,
They are saying here's a kicking great games. There's 3 G's,
that looks like a
3
6.
sixes,
That is
six,
just a
six,
6.
6. The devil number. Mephisto is coming to Diablo.
Oh, that's gonna be such a no.
That is a crazy letdown if they're hinting at something with 6s and that's what it is.
That would be wild.
But I called, we figured it out. I could see them, I could see a hint or anything. I could see next year having Elder Scrolls 6. I could see that. What is coming next year? What's on next on the docket? What's the next big RPG game? We had Avowed last year. Now we got, we had Starfield the year before. What's next year? We have a Fable this year, right? You're starting to see how they're having some genre type games everywhere. So I can see it. I don't think it's a hint at this showcase, at this one. I could see them continually dropping hints and everyone starts losing their mind. And then that's one of the big summer reveals is Elder Scrolls 6.
Which I would be okay with. I don't think it's next week, but for them to be weirdly talking about it twice or like hinting at it twice, like what's going on? What's going on, Xbox?
Yeah, Forza 6 would be the only Xbox specific one that is a 6, right? And then it's just GTA.
I mean,
Gears E-Day is technically Gears 6.
I was gonna say if they count Infinite as a weird thing, the next Halo mainline would be 6. Halo 5, Infinite 6. Like you can get weird with it.
They just and they like Infinite was just its own thing, but now we're back to the mainline Halo 6, which would be dumb. I don't think if you do just restart. Combat Evolved, this remake thing should be thematic, narratively a reboot, but I don't think it is.
There's some things there. Weird breadcrumb trails.
Yeah. I can't wait for it just to be Mephisto. Or Blade.
That's the surprise thing.
It's the Mephisto joke of like, oh, it's just Diablo, and then Blade cuts Mephisto in half. It's like, oh, it's Blade. Nice. You got us.
Because if it's what people are saying it's going to be again, I'm going to be so.
What do you know?
I don't know anything. It's literally the same rumor from last year's developer direct that didn't happen, so I feel people are just double dipping. But people are still trying to say it's killed. Yeah. Which is going to suck. Not the game's going to suck, but that's going to be the most next bleeding edge situation we've had. Which, you remember that from Ninja Theory, didn't hit and closed within a year, like, was not a good game. That's not something that you can do first party and have it succeed. And that had style. And if Kiln is it, it's a brawler where you're pottery. And you make what your pottery looks like as a party brawler. Like, that's not the next big thing to market. He's thinking.
I hear you. It could be really cool and fun, but yeah, it would depend on the games and the loop there. So I hear you. That's Xbox. I think we both expect a big year from them, right? That's kind of a loose, quick prediction for Xbox. Is their 25th anniversary is going to be really good, really solid, and
yeah, I mean those 4.
Yeah, I expect some surprises.
Those 4 enough for me is good.
I want to talk hardware before we wrap up any Xbox thing.
The only thing I still 25% chance I'm throwing in there that we get Clockwork Revolution this year too. Like that would be dope.
Oh, that's
But other than that, like Gears obviously will be there day one. That's a co-op game we can play. That'd be a fun time. Fable.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Forza, perfect. Can't wait. Those alone for big games I'm gonna put like numerous hours into is good for 2026 for me, because the rest of what I'm looking forward to is smaller things. And with my decision paralysis again, if I get more big games, like I'm gonna drop out of some of these sooner than I didn't.
Yeah. Last thing, do we think we see Xbox hardware? Been rumored. We saw court documents leaked, part of all that Activision trial stuff. New hardware, new controller, new Series X cube, or not cube. I was meant to say skew. I said cube, but it's also funny because it's not a cube at all. It's a cylinder. So really misspoke.
Yeah, I
All these
console itself, no.
uncomfortable. Yeah,
Maybe like a skin or a special edition of one, like a translucent green or some shit of a Series X, like that would be cool. Controller for sure. Whether that be the next Elite series, whatever. The Xbox Gear Shop has still been down for months. So I'm hoping they're doing a whole refresh on that with new things coming. Not hardware related, but
it's in there. Yeah.
big ballpark, but
Yeah. Yeah, with all the RAM prices and everything, unless they did a Switch 2 thing like Nintendo did and like had a bunch in stock and just like backloaded stuff, I don't know. And people aren't buying Xboxes, so like how much do they need? If anything, it is special edition wrap and such. So I can see them hinting in summer a console, but I don't know. If they're doing a pro version, I think this is where you show it, not summer. I think just kind of get it out of the way. It's not going to be cheap, so get it out of the way.
yeah.
But yeah, I 100% controllers and that stuff. I want cool shirt. I want a shirt, you know? Like that Gear Shop's got to get back up.
Give me another talk a little bit. Be right back.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah. I am going to move off of Xbox stuff because I'm done with that. Next up, though, on this Game Informer release stuff, we got Marathon.
Bring back
And
the
Marathon
fan
is
fest jerseys. Bring back
God
the
damn it, I was
cool
talking about
jerseys
Marathon.
with the gamer tags on them. These things are dope. More in mind for all the showcase events that happen. Give us one of these for the anniversary. Marathon.
That's really cool. That's actually really cool. Yeah. Yeah, no, there was a time where Xbox was doing a shit ton for fan stuff. And well, they got chat on for it.
How dare you, Xbox?
Yeah. No, I do, you know, with everything going on though, like I could see that Gear Shop never opening again. But I hope it does, and I hope it is like a refresh, a new shop, a new
It
bunch of
says
stuff
it
for
is.
the anniversary. I know, but
For the
man,
past 4
people
months,
lie.
it said it is.
People lie. It would make sense to like rework it and hold it until like a dev surprise. Go buy the stuff now. They shadow dropped the Gear Shop.
The merchandising on the bottom, if you go to the site, the merchandising LLC has updated to 2026. I've tinkered with it.
It's fair. It's fair. Yeah.
Marathon.
We'll see.
Was it on Marathon?
Yeah, I moved on and talked about Marathon, but then
Yeah.
you came back. I didn't know why you left. So, yeah, big things from Xbox. But Marathon, I thought we had a date for it, at least an idea of it, but it wasn't dated on here. I believe it's March, though. I do believe like it is. I don't want to download Chrome. Stop it. Either way, I am very down with this game. They've been releasing more videos and more behind the scenes and more in-depth stuff about the runners and everything. And online, the community has turned. It is no longer like, I'm gonna go to like, oh, this game's washed, this game's mid. Like people are down for it. People see the vision. It's more positive. And I'm just hoping it can hit and find something. Post Arc Raiders, I think it will. Marathon is 100% more PvP focused than Arc Raiders is. Not to say that there isn't PvE in Marathon. They added voice chat and they're doing a bunch of that stuff. But I think, you know, it's just going to be that type of game. And that's going to, they can get that balance right where it's not fucking awful every time you get snuck up on. Like, and if I can deter people with my squad, if I can flip the battle around, you'll be fine. You can do that in Arc Raiders. You can flip the battle around if you get snuck up on. In Marathon, I wasn't able to do that in the test. So if they can do that, if they can fix that, which they kind of looks like they did a little bit based on people talking about it when they shouldn't be. Naughty NDA breakers. I would never. I think it's going to be something fun. Bungie has great world building. And again, the week-to-week chase they have hit in Destiny, they had great moments of that over the course of that. So if they can give people something to chase week to week in Marathon, that's going to be worth it. And to have a dude, this game should take over, kind of like Arc Raiders did for a little bit.
Yeah, Bungie Net December 15th does say March 2026 release, so you were correct.
Okay, just March though, not
Yeah,
a specific.
not a specific date, just March.
Got it. That's why it's not dated then on there. That makes sense. But yeah, should be good. Two Marvel games, both I will not be picking up because I don't have a PlayStation. But Marvel's Token Fighting Souls, and then Marvel's Wolverine. I think both are going to be solid for what they are. Fighting Souls might not be as good. It seems like there's some behind, like they're still figuring out the game post betas and whatnot.
Yeah, it was rough.
Wolverine. Yeah, Wolverine. I mean, we expect it to be solid and good, but you have the PlayStation. What is your level of interest in it?
Be okay. Like it looks like more PlayStation Marvel. I was just listening to something before we went live earlier today. I did not know, but they got the lead writer for Spec Ops: The Line, and he did the story for Wolverine. So I'm like, that gives me a little more hope. Obviously, we've seen the violent gameplay, but if you can bring that very mature story into Wolverine, like that seems like a really good mashup that I was not aware of. So I'm excited. Am I there day one? Who knows yet? It depends when it releases, what that month looks like, what the days look like. Like, it's not top of my list. But I see it being the top of many, many others. Game of the Year contender.
I'm hoping it is, especially post the data leak. Like, that shit sucks. They had so much exposed and just like, damn. So hopefully this can come out and, be good and not. But I got another one, Mixtape. Kind of slipped out and has been quiet. This one could show up in an Xbox show next week, I think. But it is coming to PlayStation as well as PC. This one reminds me and feels like Artful Escape, and that's kind of what I'm expecting out of it, with a dope little soundtrack. So no date though. I'm hoping it's earlier than later.
Shout out one I found out about also earlier today. I've been watching a lot of 2026 videos. Neverway is coming out on Switch and PC. Is top-down farming simulator RPG dungeon crawler horror game. Synopsis for: after Fiona quit her job, she starts over on a farm and becomes the immortal herald of a dead god. Keep your life from falling apart while searching for Neverway, a nightmare reality that is slowly leaking into yours. Game co-created by Pedro Medeiros, pixel artist of Celeste and Towerfall, and with music by Disaster Piece from Fez, Hyperlight Drifter, and It Follows. Original soundtrack again, a slow-burning horror RPG with dynamic cutscenes. Meet or date 10+ charming characters with unique routines and storylines. Pay your mortgage. Fight at a fast-paced combat. Optimize your keyboard or controller. Customize your playstyle with crafted items and combat abilities, and then farming, fishing, crafting, and building a new life on a remote island.
That
and it
cool.
is published by Outer Sloth Publishing, the Among Us publishing arm. So I'm interested. It is, again, something I've never heard of before, but a weird mix of genres and some credible people behind it.
Yeah, now the fact that they put under special features, pay your mortgages, like that's funny. That's okay, you're gonna have that silly cheeky humor there. Come down. And yeah, cool to see a game funded by Outer Sloth. That's Among Us Inner Sloth devs who made that fun to just help get games developed because they have money. So fuck yeah, that's such an awesome thing, and it's cool to see the outcome of it, right? So this looks cool. Adding it to my wish list because that piques my interest for sure.
Yeah, it's Switch and PC right now. So.
Love a good Switch game.
Onimusha,
that was my next one to mention for you.
I'm in on it. I'm curious. Day one, maybe look at pricing, but I returned to Onimusha. Such a nostalgic franchise again for me. I remember that is when I got my PS2 in whatever way I did as a child. That was the game my dad gifted me. He gave me Onimusha and the strategy guidebook for it. And that, again, maybe ties into my Resident Evil thing. I didn't play Resident Evil because I was playing Onimusha, which was same top-down tank control style, just melee combat in ancient Japan. So excited to see how they evolve it for newer days, what the combat looks like now, what inspirations they take from it, and how close it is to original gameplay. But
yeah, we'll see. At some point, I think in April, out the midnight, I'm going to Switch too. I love that. I love it. It's coming to PlayStation, but what a great game. I just wanted to mention that. The next big one that I think I really do want is Star Wars Galactic Racer. Coming from ex-Burnout devs, coming from the story written by Xavier Nelson from Strange Scaffold, whose games are just out there, but also listening to multiple of his interviews, it's like this guy knows his shit, and he's just like has some cool, weird, out there ideas, but like he's very aware of player agency and how that works, and like player interacting with games. So I'm down for whatever this game is going to turn into and be more Star Wars IP, not like this, more Star Wars stories, not in the same mainline thing. And a racing game with a story? Fuck yeah. As a campaign.
hopefully a good one.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping at the very least it is a good like experience, you know? I think the writing will at least be solid. I'm hopeful. Going down, I got The Adventures of Elliot. Millennium Tales is my other one. Square Enix HD 2D remake, or not remake, but HD 2D art style. Not a big fan of Octopath Traveler's gameplay over time. I like the idea of it. I can get into it, but once it gets grindy, I get a little slowed down. I still got to try Octopath Zero. I know that one's a little different. But Millennium Tales is very different gameplay. So I'm hoping that one can hit. I like the demo. The demo's out right now. You can play it. Progress carries over. Love that Square Enix does that. Very smart. But yeah, hoping that one's good.
Yeah, it'll be a pass. I've tried Bravely Default. I've tried the other Pixel games. Like, it's just doesn't hit for me right now.
Yeah, I talked Dustbloods already. We'll see where that goes. I have Toem 2 written down as well. The sequel to Toem. I played that. You've talked about that. I think you drafted it, right? For your Fantasy Critic?
It was my last draft. Very excited. Great platinum, great story, great art, great heart behind it. Can't wait. Hopefully solid release date. While we're in the tease as well.
I only have one more game, so go for it.
No, can't wait to talk about it next week. No Ghosts at the Grand.
Oh, yes.
What a time, dude. Went from the showcase last year to this looks fun and interesting to Fantasy Critic, a demo came out in November, to actually trying it. Such a cool concept. It is.
Is it full release, early access?
Just a demo on Steam. It plays the most similarly to Power Wash Simulator, where you have your power washing gun. Hear me out. You have your power washing gun. We can spray stuff off, which you do, but it's not as demanding. Like, if you need to clean something, you get like 75% of it off. Like, you shoot it once, does like a corner, does a little bit more, do it 3 times, and just clears it off for you. So it's not like you're sitting 2 minutes on one wall type shit. But you could switch that out for like a vacuum gun, where you could pick up broken pieces of furniture and shoot them out at enemies, or just shoot them out windows, or whatever you need to do. There is a painting gun, a bunch of different paint things on, paint designs preloaded. Again, same thing. You shoot like half of a wall, it'll fill it in for you. It knows what you want to do. You're not trying to spend hours on certain things. And then your furniture gun, which has any type of light fixtures, seating, storage, beds, couches, tables, miscellaneous, that you can just scroll through on a whim. You could plop down whatever you want to design rooms, or just put out in the open world however you want. It's not limited behind resources you need to go and collect. In the demo, I ended up in like a World War II bunker that you needed to stay the night on. And I turned my little room into the most Christmassy themed room ever, with like little dog beds that look like Christmas trees scattered all about and little snow globes everywhere, and just decorated this little rusty room into Christmas whatever the shit. The weird story going on with it, you are inheriting a hotel that's supposedly not haunted, definitely is haunted, but the way that story unfolds is super unique. There's a puzzle element where you come across these like fragments of memories floating around, and when you enter it, it extends a globe in a little region of people talking or an event taking place. And you need to fix that scene, so you may need to move a lamp to its right spot or pick up books on the ground and put them back in their bookshelf, and doing that will expand the scene more to more of the cutscene, more characters, more going on. So really unique puzzle elements going on with it. Again, customization super fun, humor's great, music's fantastic. It's partly a musical too. There's so many things going on I was not expecting.
What?
I can't wait.
Yeah. You mentioned some stuff in Discord that I'll keep for us, but I'm going to talk about it. You know, I'm gonna hop into it, and especially now, based on what you're saying, like I did not fully understand what this game was. So yeah, this is really cool. I'm excited to play this demo.
It's good.
I love that it's a musical. That's honestly the last little bit, which I feel like we knew, but still.
They mentioned, yeah, people will like be talking, they'll like start doing it in rhymes to like build up into it. Your
That's
power
cool.
wash gun has like an animated cartoon like paintbrush that talks to you and dances around and does stuff while you're doing things. Just so full of charm.
Yeah.
And then last one that I did not see on this list for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it is on here. Dos La Divas, One Last Meal, is coming out this year, which is the next game from Outer Loop Games, who made Thirsty Suitors a couple years back. I know you tried out. I played, loved immensely. This is now a full turn-based RPG where a party system where you have like 3 people in your party for battles.
Can you repeat the name?
Dosa Divas, DOSA Divas.
Okay.
Full turn-based RPG with a party. Still keeping on that cooking and food theme where all your attacks are trying to measure up with people's like cravings to satisfy them as you fight them. Same kind of quick time event stuff going on. Keeps the art style they had in Thirsty Suitors, but more refined and pronounced. Like it's still very sharp edges, very bright and colorful. Love Thirsty Suitors. I'm excited to see how this one grows, get the humor out of it.
Yeah, people were hands-on this past summer Games Fest.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking it up and I got someone's like article about them playing it.
Yeah, and I believe this is...
Okay, so yeah, similar. You could definitely see the progression from Thirsty Suitors to this. That's
yeah,
cool.
It almost looks like it'd be like same world type of stuff. Balance art choices, but...
Yeah. Which, yeah, hey, studio style, we love it.
Yeah, that's my last one.
The last one I have is Witchfire. It's on PC. It's been in early access. Been watching a lot of Andy Cortez play it, and the gameplay got me in that way. I was like, oh, that looks kind of fun. And then he started comparing it to like feeling like Destiny, and I was like, ah, shit. So it's something I'm keeping an eye on. It's like a roguelite. It reminds me of Van Helsing with that one Hugh Jackman. Like that, I don't know, for some reason when I see it, I'm just reminded of that. So like that's a lot of my interest in it. But it looks cool, and anything controlling like Destiny, like Bungie's gameplay, dude, like that shit's great. So an eye out on that. Worried about it being PC. My PC's struggling, my baby. Games are hard.
Trying to play the demo for No Ghost, like every minute or so it like stuttered. I'm like, it's my computer, it's not the game, I swear.
Yeah. Good thing RAM is really cheap. I think it's the perfect time to upgrade. But yeah, that's all the game releases that are coming out next year, and we're not gonna have any surprises or change this totally.
Again, there was a lot there, but not a lot that I'm like day one I want to be there. You know, like I said, it's not that it's really a bad year, but some of the hype
No,
is
I hear you.
definitely lowered.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair.
But with that, hour 40. Want to keep going? Do you got any other 2026 stuff we want to?
Yeah, we don't need to spend too much like discussion now, but like I said earlier, I've been thinking about trying to play a Hitman, beating that, but that's dependent on if I get interested more in 007. I never beat a Fable, but I really don't want to play another Fable, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to, especially if I'm thinking it's early in the year, I'm not going to have time. But I think overall, I want to make sure I want to slow down when I'm playing games and like kind of go at them a little more consistently. But yeah. Other than that, yeah, I want us to get more reviews, talking things quickly. You know, I want us to be able to reach out and like do a good review, right? Not that we haven't done a good one, but like, I don't know, like do one. Losing words.
Like actually go in with the idea of doing it for a review and looking at it through like a more critical lens.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we could do that with anything. It doesn't have to be special privilege access. It can just be Game Pass release and doing it, you know? I guess for me, yeah, being intentional with our stuff in our channel as we grow, get more people on. We've talked about that. I don't know if we talked about that on the show.
No, I was just us.
Yeah, I know we want to try to get once a month, try to get someone on. I have some ideas for that. So I want to get consistent with that too and grow network.
Yeah.
We can have other people to talk about games with. Man, sentences.
Yeah, like I said, once a month now, doing the game catch up while we're playing instead of spread out. Having one focused episode on that to give them more attention, which, yeah, for my 2026, I'm like, I don't want to play more games. It's a dumb thing, but like branch out and get into more the weeds of stuff, which will tie into next week again. Like picking up Crypt Custodian, great. Picking up the Altars, loved. Picking myself, that was not in my top 10 last year, legitimately. Like playing stuff that I normally wouldn't, but playing it with more attention given to it, which is my biggest flaw, I feel. I could start a new game, Avowed, last year. Start it within 5 minutes. I have a YouTube video playing on my phone. I'm watching TikToks in between. Like, not giving shit my full attention and fully taking it in, which I'm trying to do less of. Altars was I'm sitting down, this is what I'm doing. Phone's off to the side. I'm not doing other stuff. I'm not listening to podcasts, which I feel has taken some of my, not enjoyment, but appreciation out of games. I want to backtrack on that. Bring it back to focusing on one thing. Lower down the ADHD brain.
Yeah, work on that attention span. Same thing. I'm doing it too. Yeah, Madden was my classic one, but then like I was doing that with Dave the Diver recently, and I was like, no, I gotta stop because I don't want to do that. Like I gotta be better about it too. Across the board, everyone, pay attention more. Don't do more than one thing all the time. Not good for us.
You don't need Subway Surfer in your peripheral version 24/7.
No. As I'm looking at it right next to me, no, I have it up when we talk. It keeps me calm.
The guy's got a good combo going in there.
No. Those are good ones. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. I think it sounds like we're both coming with intention with this to have a little more fun and expand and grow, not just do it.
Yeah. Which we've talked about.
I'll get you in the marathon.
Yeah.
No, you can ARC. I don't think you're gonna like marathon if it's more PvP, but maybe you will.
I think the PvP would do it. Like the stuff I've seen is interesting. Like they have like fake bags or bodies that decompose over time to like show how long ago someone died. Like that's interesting stuff that like can be played with super fun. So maybe.
Yeah, they have a runner where you can just be invisible and like in when they're talking about it, they're like, yeah, this is known as like the no fun person or whatever they called it. Like that's the point. But if it's balanced and it's like, sure, you're gonna hide, doesn't mean you're gonna always win. Like if that's okay. Let someone be a sneaky guy. It ain't gonna work all the time. We'll see. Yeah, the PvP could get you.
Maybe. You're trying new
Maybe
things.
Last one I had, Skyrim. Do I try and do I actually beat Skyrim? Never did it. I like all the other Bethesdas. I like Fallout 76. I like Fallout Shelter. You know? Do I give it a real try this year?
It's there. I know we talked about it. I'm surprised you didn't get into it. Like that, to me, like that would be your hop in, hop out. You want to mainline focus on one thing. No, you don't have to go do this other thing. Like pieces are there. It's just thematically behind it, the regions and stuff like that, I think is the only thing holding you back.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think it's more than likely that I do, depending on Xbox's show and when things release. I might make a push to do that in the first half.
It could be your quest to GTA 6 like me, playing through GTA 5.
Ooh, that is true. Maybe I wait. Yeah. Anyways, but that's just one other big one that, like, that's a franchise I haven't touched. That would be a fun thing that I have. You know, I own it.
Yeah.
So I could.
Everyone owns it, multiple places.
That's true. They won't let you not.
Your fridge has it,
It's
Alexa
like
has it.
Like that U2 album that they just put on your phone.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's a bummer. The Switch 2 version that came out has kind of been janky. So I was like, oh, cool. Maybe I just do Switch 2 Skyrim. I was like, oh, that has fully deterred me away. I already own it also on Xbox.
Yeah. With that, we say our goodbyes, I feel, on episode 100 of the download queue. You got anything on this week, Kyle? You streaming? You playing Kingdom Come still on stream?
Yeah, still gonna do Kingdom Come. Working on that, and then yeah. I'm like, we're in between. I'm not sure what else to do outside of that. I'm in between games. I've been playing. We'll talk next week more, but I've been doing Dave, Diver. I got Dredge. Excited to talk to you about those. Beat some games, but I'm kind of I feel the hole coming around, right? Of like, what am I doing?
Yep.
Even Kingdom Come is more of like a solo game now for me, and I'm like, what do I do for my stream? We'll see.
That's been since I beat the altars. I haven't touched anything. Like, well, that experience is over. Now I feel kind of empty. What do I want to play? I started Psychonauts 2 on PlayStation 5 just to like do something. Like,
you want to cry?
Or what?
You should play And Roger. $5.
That's just on PC though, right?
No, it's on Switch. I played it on Switch.
Oh shit! I thought that was just a Steam
talk
game.
about it next. It'd be fun to talk about next week. We really can't talk about spoilers because it has to be something that you don't know about to play it to get it. But if you're like, hey, I want to feel, you might sob after.
Probably. I've cried over a bird and Keeper. Maybe.
That's something you probably will sob after this, and it's great.
Yeah, I was after kind of funny stuff. Obviously, I was like, "Can I check this out, maybe?" But I was like, "My PC's gonna."
That's why I did it. I rolled credits on Citizen Sleeper and then immediately played Anne Roger, and I had a crazy night. So can't wait to fully talk about those emotions next week.
God. Also, while we're there, fast forward, check out. You're alive. You swallowed a bee. What the fuck?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Like, kudos for you joining us today. Surviving.
That was funny. I had a Celsius. This isn't that. This is Arizona. All that one. I was flying around the drink, and I was like, "Go away!" But it came at me, so I walked away. I said, "Whatever." Minutes later, grabbed it, went inside. I'm drinking it multiple times, and then eventually, one drink has something in it, and it just and I see a bee just like, oh, I'm like, damn! I just drank a bee and got stung. And I was like, damn, it sucks when you take multiple sips of something and then it gets you. Because that's just, I was drinking bee shit, you know? Like, yeah, so.
I read that and I like showed my phone to Hannah. I was like, did I read this right?
You're like, am I okay?
Did you drink a bee?
Yeah, I drank one. Don't do it. Yeah. It still hurts.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. I should have came in like, hello, it's time to talk.
It's full of mouth.
It's still swollen.
Still working through GTA 5 on stream, pick that up again. So playing through that. It for stream stuff, really. But yeah, did the There Are No Ghosts of the Ground, stream that, or recorded that demo, so that is up on YouTube now
Nice.
at download queue. So that is also available, as well as the podcast stuff. So check that out. Again, thank you all so
I'm
much.
waiting for Grounded 2. Grounded 2 is supposed to have some update. I want to hop in on the winter one.
That's the one that I told you we're still waiting on.
Yeah, it says January they're going to update it. I'm like, so Xbox, it's going to be at the Xbox show. Probably maybe Shadow Drop update out now.
Did you see what's in it? Did you see the new critter?
No, I haven't looked into it. I just when does it come out? And then what are they adding?
They've added their equivalent of, if the park is a city and in any other game, they added their equivalent of a monorail or a train in the form of a gardener snake.
Okay.
That
was a journey to get there.
That just roams around. You can hop on top of it, ride it around the park, super goofy. I love it.
Cool. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm itching to kind of hop into that and try that out. So I'm hoping that update is sooner than later. That could be something for us to stream.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. Oh, I know you are. You love that game.
But Grounded on all my Game of the Year list moving forward. Grounded 2 update 1.0 this year. Grounded 2 2.5 next year.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. This was episode 100 of the Download Queue. Again, thank you all so much. Thank you all for checking out, especially our Game of the Year video. I think is now highest viewed on YouTube so far, so doing good. Drop us a like, follow, comment, share on this if you're watching on YouTube later, Spotify, wherever you're watching this. Follow us on the socials, Kyle the Do, Download Queue on all the places besides Twitter. Until next time, be good, stay safe, happy gaming, be good to each other. Bye.